Start again.
Jai Shri Krishna. Now we shall see the 8th canto, part 1. So, now we shall see the story of Gajendra Moksha. By the arrangement of providence, a strong crocodile once became very angry at Gajendra. So let's see this one. Sorry. तत्र कश्चिन्नृपदैव चोदितः ग्राहो बलीयान् चरणेरुषा गृहीत यदच्छयैवं व्यसनं गतो गजः यथा बलं सोऽति बलो विचक्रमे. All the wives of Gajendra were very they say like feeling very scared, and they were trembling in fear because of that one fact that Gajendra was being devoured by that crocodile. The crocodile was before a Gandharva who, just tell the full story of it. There's a crocodile who was a Gandharva before, in his previous life. Gandharvas, I told, always they love to trouble people. They love to torture people and somehow make some or the other misconception about somebody. So once this Gandharva was trying, going around the ocean, at the bank of a river. So at that time, there was a rishi who was just going all around that spot. A very great rishi, he was swimming there or doing his bath. That time underground this Gandharva came and pulled his legs, just for fun. Then the rishi was getting so scared as if a crocodile is caught him. So when the rishi came to look at him and face to face, "You are a Gandharva, you tortured me today, so you become a crocodile," he said. "Because of the way you behave like a crocodile, I curse you to become a crocodile," is what he said. Then he became a crocodile for the next birth. And he was the same crocodile who was biting Gajendra when Gajendra was going around. Gajendra was actually a very great king named Indradyumna. Indradyumna was a wonderful king, and he was going all around the earth, and once he left his kingdom to his ministers. "You take the kingdom, I want to do penance and then I want to retire my life." So then he went and did penance in the forest, and while he was concentrating on the Lord in a small hut, Rishi Agastya came towards him. Agastya came and then was standing before him for a long time. He didn't hear anything. Then he shouted at him, "Hey, get up." No, still he was just sleeping, not sleeping, transcendently sleeping, or concentrating on the form of the Lord. So when he was doing that, he was not at all concentrating on Agastya shouting at him. So he was not at all able to see Agastya. Then he was still shouting. Then he cursed him, saying that, "How dare you, impudent person, because you are lying like an elephant close to the world, let you become an elephant." He was a crocodile, no elephant. So his crocodiles went on going all around the ocean, and his elephant was going. So two separate places. They don't even know each other. Crocodile, not elephant. Crocodile was in the river, elephant was walking around the forest. Then he was going around, and the Lord was thinking in his mind, "Oh, Agastya, you have done a very good thing for my devotee." Why is the Lord happy at Indradyumna being cursed? Any idea? Why the Lord is happy at Indradyumna being cursed? Because of the curse, now Indradyumna can see the Lord. So now we shall see. Then he was going forward, Gajendra was going forward. Then he found many elephants surrounding him for a fight. So then Gajendra was very powerful, had the power of a king also. King plus elephant, both power plus curse is power. Agastya has made him elephant. So a partial power of Agastya also is into him. So he's such a powerful elephant now. He got up, he punched 3 shots at the king of the elephants, threw that elephant and killed him. All the other wives of that elephant became the wives of this elephant. Children of that elephant became wives of this elephant. Everybody became the relatives of Gajendra. So Gajendra started walking forward and forward and forward when he found a lake to sleep in. So then they all sat in the lake and started discussing about the forest, because the forest is now under their control. So they were like kings of the forest. So now they are discussing what should we do to the forest next. Elephants discussion. So then when they were discussing and when they were enjoying in the lake, suddenly Gajendra, who was standing there, was disturbed. Say crocodile was under that same crocodile, was thinking, "How dare this elephant comes here? How dare he comes here?" And so he has disturbed my sleep. I was sleeping aramse here, and now he has come and disturbed me here. So some punishment at least should be given to him, is what he was thinking. So he went bit the large leg of Gajendra and didn't leave it at all. There was a fight for 1,000 years between Gajendra and that particular crocodile. And then the best of the Gandharvas, his name was King Huhu. Huhu was his name. There's one more called Haha, one Huhu. There are two different Gandharvas. The Haha one is different. This one, Huhu one, is so dangerous one. And because their names on this show that they are such dangerous people. So then afterwards, the Lord, when cutting the throat of that Gandharva, the same Gandharva came up and the king of the Gandharvas, he was actually the king. And Devala Muni cursed him. Not some Muni, it was Devala Muni who was going around that spot. And then he was cursed. So now, even the crocodile, even Gajendra were blessed by the Lord and they both came back to their forms. Okay. Gajendra, the king of the elephants, had formerly been a Vaishnava king of the country known as Pandya, which is a province of the Dravida or South India. In his previous life, he was known as Indradyumna Maharaja. Indradyumna had retired from his family life and gone to the Malaya hills where he had a small cottage for his ashrama. He wore matted locks on his head and always engaged in austerities. Once, while observing a bow of silence, he was fully engaged in the worship of the Lord and absorbed in the ecstasy of love of God when the great sage Agastya Muni arrived, surrounded by his disciples. But then, this one, so then Agastya got so angry at him and then said, "This king Indradyumna is not at all gentle, being low and uneducated. He has insulted a Brahmana. May he therefore enter the region of darkness and receive the dull, dumb body of an elephant." So, now we come to the spot when Lord is Kurmavatara. So here, the Meru mountain, which is full of solid gold, only gold was there in that Meru mountain. So they were using it as a churning thing of the ocean. At that time, somebody was required to uphold it. Otherwise, all the demigods were sinking inside the ocean and getting simultaneously crushed by the Meru mountain. Meru was crushing them and they was full of only gold in that mountain. So that much weight was falling above them and they were almost dying like that. So at that time, the Lord came, lifted the entire mountain up with his entire strength, and Kurmavatara lifted it up and everybody was saved. And then what happened was, so appearing like another great mountain, the Lord manifested himself on the summit of Mount Mandara and held it with one hand. So the Lord came at the top part and held it like this. Instead of going to the round part, the Lord came at the top part, held it like this, and when the churning was going on, a lot of poison was being released by the ocean. And at that time, the Lord Shiva was prayed by the lords because the hala poison was going all around that spot, was destroying everybody. Some people call it Kalakuta, some people call it hala. Hala is more poison than Kalakuta. So that poison, when Lord Shiva was drinking like this, all the snakes coming from down were looking at him drinking it. Then some drops of it fell down, they drank it up, and that's how snakes have become venomous, is the story. So when Lord Shiva was dedicated to auspicious, benevolent work for humanity, saw that the living entities were extremely disturbed by the poison, he became very compassionate. Thus he took the whole quantity of poison in his palm and drank it. The few drops of poison that scattered from Lord Shiva's hand were drunk by many insects, snakes and plants, who became the first scorpions, cobras, poisonous drugs and other poisonous living entities in this world. So all those poisonous things that we have now, who are just sitting like this. The spiders, tarantula spiders, all of them, who are the most poisonous ones. One bite of them can kill 200 humans. Where did they get that powerful poison? It was because of the hala poison which he was taking, and it fell as drops, and then Lord Shiva took it down. Okay. After that, when they were doing the sacrifice and the penance, the ocean was getting churned and the 14 Ratnas came. Chaturdasha Ratnas. One of them was even poisoned. So all the different things, one beautiful tree, under which any person who sits can be granted whatever he wishes. Second thing, a garden, a beautiful garden, and many gems. And third thing, nectar, and like that many things were present. Out of that, one of them was Lakshmi herself. So all the gods were trying to offer things to her. So let's see the shlokas. ततश्चाविरभूत् साक्षात् श्रीरमा साक्षात् श्रीरमा भगवत्परा रञ्जयन्ती ऋषकान्त्या विद्युत् सौदामणि यथा. So our ancient Indians knew about electricity.
You continue, I'll keep her. You keep her.
ततश्चाविरभूत् साक्षात् श्रीरमा भगवत्परा रञ्जयन्ती दिशः कान्त्या विद्युत् सौदामणि यथा.
Nice, that day she said.
डर गई
नहीं उस दिन अच्छा बैठी
थी वो